Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode. I just want to give you an update on what's been reported about the 3 St. Catherine councillors who were cited by the Integrity Commission. The acting director of corruption prosecution at the Integrity Commission, Ronnie Lawrence, has ruled that 3 councillors at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation should be charged for breach of Section 43(1)(a) of the Integrity Commissions Act for failing to file statutory declarations. As you can see here, 2 of the councillors represent the People's National Party and the other represents the Jamaica Labour Party. Kevon Stevenson, who is the director of the investigations, in his report to Parliament says Donovan Guy, who is the JLP councillor, was legally obligated to file statutory declarations with the IC for the years 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. Guy allegedly failed to submit the requisite statutory declarations to the Commission by the due date and was said to have failed to provide a reasonable cause for not filing on time. In addition, the IC said Guy was given an opportunity to discharge liability by paying the fixed penalty and submitting the outstanding statutory declarations. Stevenson said Guy only complied with the latter obligation. Therefore, he failed to discharge his liability consistent with Section 43(3) of the ICA. The Director of Corruption Prosecution has determined that Guy should be charged for breaching the law. The Gleaner tried to reach out to Mr. Guy but was unsuccessful as the call went to voicemail. The man in the middle, Mr. Vanrick Preddy, represents the PNP and was legally obligated to file statutory declarations with the IC for the years 2019, 2021, and 2022, allegedly failed to submit the documents by the due date. The IC said he provided no reasonable cause for his failure to do so. The IC said he was given the opportunity to discharge liability by paying the fixed penalty and submitting the required statutory declarations. The Director of Investigations concluded that he only complied with the latter obligation. Therefore, he failed to discharge his liability consistent with Section 43(3) of the Integrity Commissions Act. The Director of Corruption Prosecution ruled that Preddy be charged for breaching the IC law. When contacted, Mr. Preddy said he would issue a statement on the matter. The third person, Mr. Dwight Burke, PNP councillor, has also found himself in trouble with the IC for failing to file his statutory declaration on time. According to Stevenson, by virtue of his position as a councillor, Burke had a legal obligation at the material time to file statutory declarations with the Commission. Having allegedly failed to file a statutory declaration with the IC for the year 2022, Burke was given an opportunity to discharge his liability by way of paying a fixed penalty and submitting the required statutory declarations. Quote, notwithstanding, Burke's compliance was partial. That is, he only submitted the required statutory declaration but failed to pay the fixed penalty, unquote. That is from the IC Director of Investigations. He said liability cannot therefore, on this basis, be said to have been discharged. When the Director of Corruption Prosecution reviewed the report, he determined that Burke should be charged for breach of Section 43(1)(a) of the Integrity Commissions Act for failure to file statutory declarations.
Spokesperson Finances demanded to pay substantial amount to First Rock for his defamatory speech. And with this being said, why is Mr. Mark Gowley sacrificing black men that is following him blindly? From Mr. Crawford, good sensible Crawford become Gigi. Mr. Dawes has literally ruined his reputation, has like $3 multi-million lawsuit. And now, Mr. Julian Robinson, I cannot understand. Why are these guys, these black men, educated men, are making that crazy decision to come out and spread lies, propaganda, Is it on people reputation companies, well, prestigious companies that is in Jamaica, damaging these people reputation just to make Master Mark smile and bless them? We are talking about Mr. Dayton Campbell, well, they my last cast, but honestly, these guys in a need to have sense, you know, worth it. Lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. For the PNP guys that will come out and spread lies, propaganda, and I try to deceive the people them of Jamaica. It's not worth it, brother. Run while the man out on the party and building the party back. Stop it.
Phoenix King, this is one of the best videos that I've seen from you. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Phoenix King, go over there now on YouTube and subscribe. Because everybody is wondering the same thing. Why is it that these men in the PNP bring themselves down to the pit and to the gutter just to appease someone who thrives on lies and defaming other people? It doesn't make sense. And I cannot tell you the amount of people who have been telling me over the last few months that they're so disappointed in Alfred Dawes, people from the medical community, the healthcare community, who know Dawes. You know, they've told me that they're so disappointed in him. The things he has said, the way he has conducted himself. People have said that about all these guys, except, like you said, for Dayton Campbell, because he's a lost cause and everybody's used to him behaving like a Buto. So, you know, it's just amazing. Every day, you see them come out do these things and it only takes away their credibility. They have none left. No matter how much degrees they have, no matter, you know, what university they attended, they have boiled down and watered down now to zero. And you know, I've been saying it for a long time, you know. Saying not just is it that Mark Golding turns people off, but anybody who take up themselves and follow him. I even said it about Lisa Hanna way earlier on. I said if Lisa Hanna continue to follow these people, her stock is going to devalue so much that nobody will want to have anything to do with her. And as time went by, I think she woke up and saw that herself and decided to take away herself. It is so important for people to understand. And I can't believe so we're looking at adults in the PNP who don't understand this. It's so important the people you decide to follow and call leader. You cannot make yourself look like a fool following people who are not leadership quality and are not capable of leading. Because what that's going to do is to show people say you have bad judgment. You are not able to follow something what makes sense. You will just take up yourself and go follow any and anything. And when you look, you don't have no value anymore. No matter how valuable you were before. You want to lose value quickly? Start following some people when it makes sense. And you will see. Guys, this is Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Make sure you're keeping it locked here. Make sure you're sharing our content. And let me know what you think in the comments. I want to leave this clip for those who have not seen it. Desmond Mackenzie addressing party workers in Western Westmoreland and speaking to them about recent events where the PNP and the government are concerned. Have a listen, guys.
Our party leader and Prime Minister has been an outstanding and excellent Prime Minister, and we have been happy to government. I am not saying that everything that we do is the way that a lot of people want. And there is no perfect government in the world. Even where there is a totalitarian government, which means that anything the government say you have to do, even in those countries they make mistakes. But nobody, with all honesty and with a true tongue, can get up and deny and question the competence, the ability of Andrew Holness and the performance of a Jamaica Labour Party government. But I want you tonight to understand me. They're not interested in coming to the country with facts. They have an orchestrated attempt to discredit, to malign, and destroy the name and the credibility of Dr. Andrew Holness. That's true. They threw everything at him. All the toilet bowl and the kitchen sink. Them throw up Dr. Wholeness. And he has been standing firm and tall in the face of adversity. Where people say all sorts of things about him. And the PNP lacks vision, they lack substance, they do have no credibility. So what they're trying to do is to devalue. How can the PNP talk about corruption and credibility? When a certain one of them members get up in the Senate and lie in the House of Parliament about a contract with a contractor in Manchester, that the work stopped because the contractor can't get paid. Him say the contractor can't get paid because there's no money to pay the contractor. And everybody say, oh my God, what is happening? But that's not sleeping. The contractor who declares that he was a member of the People's National Party and is then driving out, he came and said, I lied them and tell no go so. Him said the work has been put on hold because we are awaiting certain materials that we have to bring in. And there is no money going on the contract. But yet the same man, with him straight face, never found it fit to go back into the chambers and apologize. Business as usual. And they move on. And they were in all over today talking about Dr. Wholeness, talking about corruption. You know, I believe that persons who are dishonest, who lie to the country, should never consider themselves office. Man like them who, this when you box them in a corner, they will tell you, okay, I have 5 passports and I travel on this and travel on that. Up until today, they're running from